Hi, I'm Mary Calia. Our story is a wake-up call for all of corporate America and for businesses around the globe. We outline million-dollar mistakes and billion-dollar blunders and end with an encouraging hope for the future of Ford and the American dream. The book offers a business restructuring plan designed not only for the automotive industry, but for every industry sector, and was hailed by Ford's CEO, Alan Mulally, as the best across-the-board corporate turnaround plan he had ever read. Every company, large or small, public or private, startup or established in the world today, is impacted by the very same challenges outlined in the new Ford book. The loss of revenue at the Ford Motor Company didn't happen by chance, but rather as a result of years of a lack of leadership and many wrong turns. Previous Ford leaders had not established a foolproof succession plan, and as a result, the company was abandoned. Globalization and merging economies are far-reaching, affecting not only the company's bottom line, but directly impact the quality of life and standards of living of every single employee and customer. Whichever industry sector category your business falls into, companies who want to excel at their business and be number one in their industry must scrutinize their leadership values, diversity policies, engineering practices, compensation systems, globalization initiatives, and commit to create an accountability culture on every level, within and without their organization. Ford and the American dream. Well, we know who Ford was and what he accomplished. Henry Ford founded the Ford Motor Company for the benefit of the common man. As Henry Ford said himself, there was just too much work on the farm. Clifton Lambreth, the book's author and hero, follows up with saying, "We've got to think more like Henry Ford. He was thrifty on the business end, and on the consumer end, he created affordable transportation. We got to get back to that." But what exactly is the American dream, and whose dream is it anyway? There have been several attempts to define the meaning of the American dream throughout the 20th century, but I believe the 1960s poet Archibald MacLeish, in his Debating National Purpose, summed it up best of all. He said, "There are those I know who will reply that the liberation of humanity, the freedom of man and mind is nothing but a dream. They are right. It is. It is the American dream. The American dream is everyone's dream. It's a God-given birthright and a gift from our Creator. It is irrespective of geographical borders and national divisions, and it belongs to all God's children. And with freedom comes a price, and that price is accountability." In recent years, there has been a growth in the need for transparency, with more and more pressure being put on corporations and businesses to be accountable in their actions to society and the environment. In leadership, accountability is the acknowledgement and assumption of responsibility for actions, products, decisions, and policies. We are now experiencing the fallout of decades of lack of leadership and policies made and enforced without transparency or accountability. The fall began in the 1960s with Watergate, when the American dream faced its big challenge of lack of leadership and accountability, shaking the nation and its foundation at its core. Watergate turned the unbiased and ethical news media into an army of detectives and crime investigators looking for a guilty party. Then, during the ensuing decades, the private sector experienced astronomical profits and growth, fueled by technology and internet-based communications. At such a fast and furious pace, new global markets were instantly accessible at the click of a button. Leadership and policies became out of touch with their common man, and greed, the focal point giving birth to Enrons and other such disasters. But the American dream never changes, and we can turn things around. The American dream is renewed each and every day when leadership abandons self-serving and greed-motivated decision-making to adopt a new radical form of love-based leadership and management where, through the understanding of the values and opinions of others, leaders are born and policies are made and acted on, which echoes the voices of those they are entrusted with the responsibility to serve. The American dream is reborn each second when the collective well-being of others, the sharing of wealth, ideas, health, and prosperity takes the steering wheel and makes the right turns down the highway of success. Thanks for sharing Ford and the American dream with us, and thanks for keeping the dream alive.